You recommend, you preach the key to staying organized is keeping your inbox empty at all times. A lot of people might gasp at that and say, "That's bananas. How in the world?" But why is that? And you've alluded to it a little bit. But why is that so important for it to be empty kind of all the time, kind of on this merry-go-round, right? Is it just the stress, as you mentioned, of the buildup, right? Because you have a job to do,
Yeah.
and the stress of the email feels like another job, the mountain that's being built.
So I think all of us are so stressed out at various times that we just don't, I call it the bandwidth. We do not have the bandwidth to deal with what's going on
Yeah.
in our inbox. So we'll recognize it by reading it. We'll be like, can't deal with that. And the next thing you know, we have it's like a never ending
Yeah.
flow of missed commitments, potential opportunities. That's what I like to say. There hasn't been an inbox. Back in the day, I would go through my clients' inboxes for them and do this. And that's when I realized, no, 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 because you need to see what
Yeah.
you're missing. There's missed opportunities in here, things you said you would do that you didn't, things that people were supposed to give you that I know they haven't. There's all of this stuff in there. So that's why I say pick a date. People go back to a certain date, whatever they're comfortable, but or what they'll do is they'll try to keep adding. They'll keep going back and back depending on how much, again, what I call missed opportunities, miscommunications, or confirmation, whatever is they find as they're going back that they
Right.
technically missed with
Yeah, but I
me.
think it's just knowing, right? Because I actually had a boss who's preached this for a while as well. He takes pride in the fact that his inbox is always at zero, and people would laugh at him and say, "How is that possible?" And he was doing his own sort of organization system, kind of in the way that you are, a little different, not with the same acronym, but just knowing that you've organized it, right? And it's there and you've addressed it, right? And the act ones, you've taken the time within 2 minutes to do what you need to do. The other ones you've put off, right? It really is, it's a mental game, right? Kind of, if I'm working on a case, but know that there's a stack of 150 emails I haven't even looked at, that's pressure, that's stress. Versus I'm working on a case, and I know that
Yeah,
I've been the captain, right? And I've right, I've put the team on the field. I've put offense where it needs to go defense. That's kind of how I look at it, right? It's a totally different mindset.
right. And even if you all those 2 minute things in the act folder, instead of this is another way to shift it to make it so that it works for people because I call it clock blocking. And that's my move. Clock people block your clock because you need time focused work. And when you want to do
Yeah,
that focused work, if you have all of those 2 minute admin things or those 2 minute things that maybe not admin, maybe it was billable, but maybe it still wasn't something, but you just block
yeah,
them all together. Now you 10 2 minute things to do together. That's supposed to be 20 minutes. We all know it's going to be 30, 48 hour. And that's probably enough. And then you schedule them for that block of time that you're going to be doing those at the end of your day. I don't recommend it in the beginning, either at the end of the day, at lunchtime, right after you come back from lunch, tends to be the best time to do work that you don't need
yeah,
to be thinking about, whatever you need to do with it. But so there's ways for you to morph how your future actions are going to affect your calendar and ways for you to organize future actions just by doing
yeah.
deferred file tasks.
Yeah, no,
Nothing
absolutely.
else.